Hey guys, back up here with another Attack on TCG. So you guys asked about this particular Veku ramp deck profile from Jimi. I mentioned in the Kung Fu Fighting deck, I don't know, it's Jackie Chan thing. But yeah, we're in different locations, we're in Floss Basement. It's too late for the shop. But Jimi, you have $20 from Tanner, right?
I do. I ended up actually losing my match against Jackie Chun. Somehow he comboed with my Armory Reborn. It was crazy. I don't know how he done it, but I mean, I'm $20 richer, so I'm fine with it, to be completely honest.
All right, this deck profile.
All right. So this is the blue Gogeta leader from the Broly pack. Activate main. You search top 5 for a one of your fusion pieces, a Goku or a Vegeta BR, or a blue Veku. Awakens at 4, untaps 2 energy. When he swings, he draws 1. Alright, so activate main. Tap 2 energy. You can bottom any of your opponent's battle cards, which is absolutely insane. I don't get to use that skill enough, but when I do, it's devastating. Activate main. You can blow up one of your own energies and draw 2 cards, which in any other deck would be crippling, but in this, you just have so much energy that it doesn't matter. And this skill, I activate it every single game. It's ridiculous. Except maybe for Janemba, but most of the time you can just out-aggro Janemba in your turn 4, so it's not a big deal to draw a lot of cards. As for our fusion pieces, I run 3 of the Goku, 4 of the Vegeta. I just needed one more spot in the deck, so I cut a Goku. I do run the 3 drops as well. So I never really have an issue getting a fusion piece in hand. The search top 3 for a battle card, a Vegeta or a Veku, and then bottoms it. And then the search out each other and play them, and then they return to the hand. The Vegeta is really good in the mirror match because you can blow up the Veku, because he is a 10k and he ignores barrier and exit 10k. They do not get to resolve their Veku and charge their energy, so it's great in the mirror. I rarely cast these in any other matchup. They're usually just fusion fodder for Veku. Now for Veku, when he is KO'd, usually by blocking, you get to add 2 of your fusion pieces back to hand, and then also charge the top 2 cards of your deck to your energy, which is just absolutely insane. On turn 4, if you play this on turn 3, on turn 4, you have 6 energy, and you can resolve a card that's coming up. Negates, I run Vidal. I don't really need negates, but this is just the best red negate for this deck. I don't want to charge a lot of blue energy, so I don't ever play Dimension Magic or Weesis Coercion. And all the other red negates really do nothing for the deck. So this is great for combo fodder or negating. My main package is the Chain Attack Trunks into Bobbits, so I run Intensifying Power Trunks just as cheap fusion or evolve into Chain Attack, and then you Chain Attack Bobbits. Then Bobbits searches the top 7 cards and plays 2 red battle cards with 25k or less power. You have to have 6 red energy, which is why this combo does not go off in a lot of other decks, but in this deck you will have 6 energy on turn 4 if you resolve at least 1 Veku. As for Bobbits targets, there is Fearless Pan, Dark Duo Deborah, Kefla, and Kaio-Ken. So in most cases, you want to hit 2 Kaio-Kens off of Bobbits, because this card is just absolutely bonkers. You strike a life, reveals hand, he gains 25k, you rip a card, and then when your life hits 1, he becomes a dual attack triple striker. That card is absolutely busted. This deck makes it absolutely insane. If you bring 2 of these out, it's mostly game. Like, your opponent's not recovering. The Kefla is a dual attacker that every time you swing, she gains 5k and you draw a card. So she's a great boss monster, especially paired with Fearless Pan, because you have a 30k base that is double strike, draws you 2, and then becomes a 40k on the second attack. So this can clear out games most of the time if Kaio-Ken doesn't. It's insanely good. Then Devorah, baby hit. He rips 2 cards from your opponent's hand. They do not get them back until Devorah leaves the field. In a lot of matchups, it's not that big of a deal for them to lose 2 cards. But against Janemba, where hand size matters, against like Jackie Chun, this card is insanely good because he doesn't have a lot of draw power outside of his announcers and stuff of that nature. The card I'm taking out of the deck, I am getting rid of super combos in this deck. There's been too many times that I have ripped a blue energy off of Veku. Just to make it more consistent, I'm removing these. You do not need it. I can count the times I've actually used a super combo in this deck on one hand. It's usually for going for game, but I have the pseudo combos for that. I have enough energy to use these. Until we get a red super combo that works with a blue leader, I'm taking out super combos from the deck. But a lot of people call you bad if you don't play super combos, so there you go. Then the one-ofs of the deck, I run the 8-drop Gogeta from the video game. He's a triple strike, dual attack. It is permanent. If your life is at 2 or less, he reduces by 4. And if your leader card is Gogeta, you can play him for 4 energy. Which, in this deck, you're definitely going to have 4 energy. Bring him out. That's game most of the time. Sometimes if you chain attack into a Bobbity, get Kaio-Ken out, swing like crazy, awaken with your leader, untap your 2, and then play this, your opponent just cannot get out of that because they don't have enough combo power or they just don't have enough life to give to this card. And then finally, Freeze's Armory Reborn. This card has made a lot of people upset. They don't expect to see it, and I don't know why. He reduces by 3 or 4, is it? No, it's 3. My bad. He reduces by 3, comes out for 5. He is quadruple strike. He wipes the entire board, and your opponent reveals their hand, and you rip a card. So they reveal their hand, rip their negate, swing quad strike for game. If you do not resolve a Bobbity in a turn, you can possibly bring both of these out on the same turn if your life is at 2 or less, and that is just absolutely disgusting. These 2 can end the game by themselves, even without hitting a Kaioken or a Kefla or anything, really. The deck is not exactly a defensive powerhouse. I would call it more of a glass cannon, especially after you take out the super combos. But it's you just overrun your opponent in one turn with 2 Kaiokens on board. If you're lucky enough to hit a Trunks off of Bobbity, you can just spam the board even more. You get so many attacks and so much advantage, especially off of these 1-drops, because they keep coming back to your hand after you search your cards. You're blowing up energy to draw cards. You're paying 2 energy to bottom any card in their deck, or any card in the battle area. So it can really put in a lot of work. It's not exactly tight on ratios, so you can mix and match, put in different cards. I played around with taking these out and putting in the topos that restand when you swing, or Jiren, my bad. Jirens that restand when you swing, or the Champa that blows up the entire field and has triple strike. That's also a Bobbity target. You can play around with it. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. Like Tanner said in his video, I would like to see some theory crafting in the comments. I'll be in there reading them, checking them out. I think this deck is incredibly fun. Even if you don't have the secret rare, you can just take this out. Like, you don't even need that. That's it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's Jimmy's Veku ramp. It's pretty crazy stuff going on there.